Check out this short clip of a Cellular Healing TV video that I did with Dr. Fung in this interview. I love Jason Fung. You're going to love him too. But we talked about, does your metabolism slow during fasting? Check this out.
There's a whole thing that I won't be able to concentrate, right? And it is really funny that people think that, because it's pretty obvious that if you don't eat, your brain actually works better, right? Because if you think about it, you had a giant Thanksgiving dinner, right? Are you like really super sharp, or are you like sluggish on the couch watching television, right? Well, it's pretty clear that eating a lot doesn't really make you mentally very sharp, right? On the other hand, when you say that somebody is really hungry for something, right? They're hungry for power, hungry for this, hungry for that promotion. Does it mean they're sluggish and have no energy? No. When you're hungry for something, it means you have a lot of energy and you're willing to do what it takes, right? And that's what the body does. It actually fuels you, and they've done so many studies on this fasting. It's actually, it's been well established for like 50 years. Your noradrenaline levels go up, your growth hormone levels go up, and your metabolism doesn't go down. So you're actually more energetic. So at the beginning of and everybody worries about this metabolic slowdown that you see with the chronic, calorie reduction. You don't see that with the fasting, because you can fast for 4 days. And the resting metabolic rate at the end of the 4 days is actually 14% higher than it was at the beginning. So your metabolism is actually revving up. But what you've done is you've switched energy sources from food to fat, right? And that's all it's doing. That's all it's doing.
Yeah, I mean, so it is the opposite. So most days then, I mean, you're eating 1 to 2 meals a day, and you're going, how long do you go in between? So you go.
I mean, I rarely eat breakfast. Like I eat breakfast on the weekends now, but
one day a week, I call it my feast, where I actually purposely eat more. Again, emulating our ancestors. So I purposely on Saturdays eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. I try to eat more. By the way, it's hard for me.
Actually. I find the same. I mean, on the weekends, I find that I'm not actually hungry, but I do eat because my family is there, and I usually eat breakfast. There are social things that go along with it, right? But because it's nice, right? And this is what I say about fasting is you really have to find what fits into your life, because what fits into my life may not fit into somebody else's life. So on Saturdays and Sundays, right, it's a little less busy, so it's nice to enjoy that time in the morning and have a little bit of something with the kids and stuff, right, with my wife and the kids, and I like that. So I have something. I find that oftentimes I'm not hungry, but once I start, I can eat a full breakfast, right? And that's what I mean, that sometimes it's just easier to go right through. So I do, but Monday to Friday I almost never eat breakfast anymore. So then it's really easy, because then when you skip lunch, you've gone kind of 24 hours. So some weeks I wind up doing it like 4 out of the 5 days, and again, it's mostly because it depends on my work schedule, right? So when I get really busy, then I know that those are days that I'm going to, it's not worth it for me, right? The body gets so used to it, it gets so easy to skip that meal, that it's far more precious to me to get that 45 minutes or an hour and get home a little earlier. It's far more precious to me than eating something, right? It just doesn't matter that much, whereas that 45 minutes is hard to get back, right? And that's every day, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's like 3-4 hours of extra time that I have to do stuff. So on days that it's not that busy, then I'll eat more, right? But it depends a lot on social.
I think we're emulating feast and famine, and I think there's benefit to both. I believe the feast reminds our bodies that we have plenty and to burn fat. I think it makes us more of a fat burning machine. When the body says, hey, we're not starving here, it'll burn its fat with ease. The body, I believe, can create some blunting of the insulin receptor if it thinks it's starving, and that's not a good thing, because it'll want to hold on. But I believe that 1 day or two of feasting is a really good thing in the fast.